Hi, now we are going to discuss about how to design a web page using the TOM elements and events. First, here we have to write a function that accepts a string as a parameter and finds the longest word within the string. For example, if the string is web development tutorial, the development is the largest word. So, first, let us write a function to find the largest string. Here is general syntax like HTML, head, title, close the head and body. Here in h3 I am giving largest string, enter a string. It is a text type, so input type equal text, placeholder hello will be defaultly placed in the text holder, and then id is given as t1. Next, button type equal to button. When you click on the button, it just goes to the function fun. So when you just click on that, it goes to the function fun where you specify in the script tag, and the syntax for the function is function and the function name. The function name here is fun. So function fun, open braces. Here specifying about the variables, that is var str equal to document.getElement by id t1. This t1 is taken from here id. Whatever you give in the text box will be come to the function as t1, and it is given to the str. And you have now to find the largest length. First we have to split. So we have to split the word into sentence into the word. So to split, here we give as str.split. Next we have to find the length of the string. To find the length of the string, we should give as string name dot length. Then to find, so var max equal to first the array will be 0 size, so dot length, and var 1 equal to 0. If var I is equal to 0 and I less than a dot length, you have to run the loop. If a of I dot length is greater than max, then increase the maximum size and q size. So whenever this loop will be stopped when I is less than or equal to a dot length, and after finding which is the largest length, you can give as document.getElement by id. Here s1, it is take s1 dot inner html equal to a of 1 and close the script tag. When you run this function, see here, hi Karunya. When you click, see here we are giving as Karunya is the largest. Karunya is the largest string. So first here we are splitting it and then finding the length of the string, and we are finding the size of the array. After the finding the length of the string, here we are sending that to the array and finding the length of the array. Next we have to calculate the BMI calculator. That is, the BMI calculator means we have to ask the user the height, weight, and calculate the BMI. That is, BMI formula is weight by height into weight by height square, and if the weight is less than 18, specify it is underweight, and weight is 18 to 25, and the BMI is 18 to 25, then specify as normal, and if the BMI is greater than 30, specify as no. Here first we will say we'll ask the user to enter the details. We are giving as enter your weight, that is we are giving the text box, so input type equal to text, and the id is t2, placeholder which is already defaultly placed in the text box, it's enter in numbers. Same thing for height, and input button. When you click on the button, you just go to the BMI function. In the BMI function, you are taking the inputs as w and h, where w takes the t2 which you have given the text box as a weight, and h takes the value of height as t3, and we are calculating BMI value var bm, and bm equal to weight by h into h, and we just checking the value. If bm is less than or equal to 18, give it as underweight, and greater than and between 25, give it as normal, and greater than 25 and less than or equal to 30, give it as overweight, and greater than 30, give it as obese. So let us run this and see here, see BMI value, enter in numbers. Let the height be 55 and then weight is 55 and the height is 45. When you click on the BMI, just go to the BMI function and you are giving the weight. You are getting the BMI value, it is underweight. And then next we had to write a program for flower garden. In the flower garden, we'll be having the rectangle. When you click on the plant garden, here the flower garden name is plant. When you click on the plant garden, the page should generate a rectangular grid of flower images in the div with the ID of garden. The dimensions of the grid are given by the values entered in the text boxes. So we have to write the grow function, JavaScript function to complete the functionality for the web page. And when you see here, will be like flower garden row. You are giving specific, asking the user to specify the row and columns. So it will be the input type equal to text rows and columns in the same way. And when you click on the row, here in the mock page, see, this is the rows and this is the columns, and when you click on the button of plant garden, that is when you click on the plant garden then it goes to the function here. It is a grow function is given here, so grow, and you will be giving some images of the flowers which is stored in the array, and then where a flower you are calculating the flowers to give the output as grid. And rows, the rows take the values of rows which you have specified here, and the where columns will take the values of columns which are specified here, and it will be converted to parse int. And for I equal to 0, to display it as grid, here we are using two for loops, that is for I equal to 1, I is less than or equal to rows, I plus plus for rows, and then for columns the j is used. And for the output we use the document.getElement by id garden dot inner HTML and add the image whatever how many they have given for the rows and columns. And this is for j, that j, and this is for I, this is for column. And for the rows it will be displayed this math.float math.random into 3 plus 1, and later this is for column is for row. So for the row it will document.getElement by id garden HTML plus be closed. When you run the program, see, as giving us 2 and the columns are 3, and when you give us plant garden you will be having the output like this with 3 columns and 2 rows, 3 columns and 2 rows. Next we have the right program for the weight converter, the weight initiator. The following the HTML snippet shows the skeleton of pounds to kilograms to pounds to kilograms and kilograms to pounds conversion tool. So here we are using the convert function name convert that takes that value as a text input and then converts it from the unit selected into the left top box. So it will be converted vice versa from pounds to kilograms and kilograms to pounds. See here, giving the function name as convert, and then function where index equal to document.getElement id, select index, and then again value, and index 1 value. Here if index equal to 0 and index 1 equal to 0, so where a equal to document.getElement by id data.value. When you run the program, see, the unit should be displayed in the empty span with the id of answer, the conversion factor from pounds to kilograms, and the the factor to kilograms to pounds is differs from number to number, and you should edit the HTML file and add the IDs to the elements as it necessary. So first here I am taking the data and checking whether both are equal to 0 or not. If this condition is false, it goes to if else condition. Here in the question they are specified the unit should be displayed in the empty span with the ID of answer. ID is given as answer, and the conversion factor for the pounds to kilograms is 0.45359237. Here it is given, that is here you are converting from pounds to kilograms, whereas to convert from kilograms to pounds it is 2.20462242. Here you are converting from kilograms to pounds. When you run your mock page, I am just giving that is 34. You want to kg to kilograms, and your answer will be your answer will be given. And next we have to write a program to toss a coin. We have to place an image coin. We have to write a JavaScript for the randomly changed of the SR image, that is here we are taking the coin. Whenever we click change, the heads and tails should be increased. So the head count and the tail count should be increased. So first here you are giving a toss coin and input type equal to button, value flip ID d1, and you have to take one image and give an ID as coin, and number of heads, whenever you just click on that, number of heads should be increased. That is here you are using the flip function. When you click on the button, it should go to the flip function, and you should have some mathematical calculations like var ht equal to math.floor into 2 into math.random, and here you are using the switch condition. Whenever if in case of 0 you will be increasing the heads, in case of 1 you will be increasing the tails. When you run here, see, flip, the number of heads has increased, number of ones, and again when you flip, again number of heads as 2 and number of tails as 3. And then here you have the pizza order form. In the pizza order form, we will be having 3 types, that is small pizza, medium pizza and large pizza. A small pizza is of rupees 100 and a medium pizza is of rupees 200, and whereas large pizza is of size of rupees 400. Tax of addition 9% should be added to the order, and the user must also pay as a tip from 10 to 20% of the total cost what he has done. Now we have to write the JavaScript for the necessary to calculate the cost of the pizza. So for that, here I am giving I am asking the user whether he wants small, medium or large pizza, and then input type equal to radio button. When you see what is the percentage of tip you want to add, for that I am using for the tip where I am using the radio buttons. Any one can be selected. Whatever the user want to give can be selected, and then I have to calculate the cost of the order. For that I am using the function pizza, and for the in the var s I am passing the value of small pizza, and the var m I am passing the value of medium pizza, and the var l I am passing the value of large pizza, and in the tip I am passing the values whatever they have selected in the by clicking the radio button, and then calculate the total price as var total tip equal to tip by 100 into total, and displaying the total. When you run your page, like the number of small pizzas is a little bit 40, and if I want to give tip as 15, when you run whenever you run it, the cost will be displayed. Here in the weight converter, we have passed, and using the, when you click on the button, it will be going to the convert function. Thank you.